England is being promised 1 million new homes by 2020 under plans published by the government this lunchtime. It's been setting out its strategy for fixing what it says is a broken housing market in England. The plans include building more affordable homes, help for first-time buyers and measures to make rental agreements more secure. Well, joining me now is Councillor Martin Tett. He's the housing spokesman for the Local Government Association. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, Councillor.
Afternoon.
Let me see, you're saying that increasingly homes are not being built, even though planning applications are being approved at, I think you are saying, record rates. So where is the problem in this?
Well, first of all, let's be very clear. The Local Government Association and councils support the government's ambition of building something like 1 million houses by 2020. And we want to play our part in that. Something like 9 out of 10 planning applications actually get approved by local councils. But one of the big issues we have is that so many of those planning applications then never get converted into houses being built. Something like 500,000 houses could be built under existing permissions, but they're out there. And I've known, talking to developers, quite often what they're doing is actually hanging on to those permissions because they want to maintain the price in the market. They want the maximum sale price. And what we need to do is have the powers as local councils to get those houses built and young people moved into them.
So you say that some developers are effectively putting a squeeze on the number of actual properties being built in order to inflate the prices of those that are on the market?
Well, this is classic supply and demand. If you have high demand, if you limit supply, you keep price high. And for many developers, they want to maximise their profits. It's quite understandable, but what we need to do as a society is to get those houses built. And we want local councils to have the powers to actually bring those houses onto the market. Now, the government's made some concessions. You know, what it said is that rather than having 3 years for planning permissions before they're implemented, they're going to make that 2. But the issue with that is you can just literally dig a trench, say that's the foundations, and therefore your planning permission is deemed to have started. We need something that actually compels the house to be built and not just a trench to be dug.
And I understand that the Local Government Association also wants greater powers for councils and access to funding, importantly, to become major builders of affordable homes themselves.
Well, that's right. If you look at the sort of run rate that's required to get the houses built, it's something like 250,000 houses a year that need to be built. The private sector normally only builds something between about 130,000, maybe 160,000 houses a year. If you want to get to the sort of levels the government aspires to, then the public sector, that's local councils by and large, has got to take up that slack. So what we're saying is local councils are on standby to help the government. We can step in, we can start assembling the land and building those houses, particularly those at affordable rent that the government wants. But we need the government's ability to do that because we need to have the ability to borrow to actually fund those houses being built.
OK, Councillor Tett, thank you very much for your time. Councillor Martin Tett, housing spokesman for the Local Government Association.